So you marry a Filipina, you bring her to your country. You want her to be a plain housewife because you could provide for her, but still she insists on getting a job, and you don't really understand why. And here's the sad truth why. So she said, my husband doesn't want me to work, but my family back home, back in the Philippines, is pressuring me to get a job and so that I could have a money of my own, like a salary of my own. And this is a sad reality why some Filipina is eager to get a job once they're together with their foreigner husband, like here in the US. There would be a lot of Filipinas being pressured because for one, the family back home is expecting for the Filipina to help them like right away. Because they see her as someone who could earn dollars, and this dollars is like a big amount in Philippine peso. So now, if she have like a job here, then she is expected to be sending money on a monthly basis, or maybe whenever, like if she get paid two times a month, then the family would be expecting her to help because she is like the one earning more. She is like the one earning dollars. And sad reality is most families doesn't see this as being toxic. It's just like helping, and this helping would like extend. Like at times it would be for the siblings or the nephews and nieces. Someone would little little emergencies. Every emergencies they would ask someone who is like living abroad. And it's okay if it's like an emergency, if it's really emergency, a family emergency, it's okay to be helping, I guess. But for like those for every birthday, they want you to give something for every birthday. For like people would be wanting you to be their kids' godmother. Like hello. Because why? Because they expect that you could like give a monetary gift, like a monetary help every time because you, the Filipina, is like the one earning dollars. So that is why, even though the Filipino wanted to be a plain housewife, she can't because the pressure from back home is too much for her to carry. And she would feel, if she is with you and you're giving her, providing for her, living a good life, different, like totally different from what she is like living in the Philippines, what she is used to in the Philippines, all of a sudden, all of these things, she would feel guilty that she couldn't provide for the family back home, especially if your Filipina came from a really like poor background, like really difficult situation back in the Philippines. So you see, it's really a dilemma also for the Filipina because if she doesn't work, it's not like the foreigner husband could give her every time. It's not every day that there's like foreigner who is willing to help, who is willing to give like a monthly allowance for the Filipinas family back home. And it would be a different situation if the Filipina had previous marriage or have kids back home that she needed to provide, that she needed to really give monthly allowance. So now it's like, even if the Filipina doesn't want to work, she needed to because for one, she need to send on a regular basis, and it's actually a sad truth. It's like I feel for those who have to be in this situation instead of us like really focusing on our relationship because for one, when we go to our foreigners country, everything there is new for us and it's a big adjustment for us. So it's like, it would be nice if we could just enjoy everything, especially if our husband is capable of providing for us. But the pressure from back home is what's really the problem of most Filipinas here because you couldn't tell that to your family back home because they would they would be branding you as someone who is so proud just because you have like a foreigner husband and you've changed. They would say that, "Oh, okay, now you don't remember us, now you don't really care for us because you're living a good life there." So the Filipino would really feel guilty about living a good life wherever she is. So whatever it is that you provide for her, she feel like, she feel guilty that she is enjoying life. So it's like, if you're Filipino, wanted to like work, maybe you need to like talk to her like, hey, if you want to work, then save some, maybe half. Save it for yourself. And like, I am okay with you helping, but helping them too much is disabling them to be like, to be useful. Because for one, like, if you have siblings, like everyone is adult and you both have like the same set of hands, and whatever you could do your other siblings could do also. So if you could like work, they could also work. The only problem is that it's like, don't feel ever, don't ever think of what other people is like saying. If they feel that you've changed, well then go. It's like, because like for me, I don't really care. It's like, for one, I am happy. I'm blessed that my family doesn't really expect much from me. My husband helped them on a monthly basis for like basically for my nephew's allowance, and for monthly allowance, and for his school service. That's it. And my husband is like the one who would like remind me, hey Grace, it's time to like be sending this to the Philippines. But most of the time there would be those Filipinas who have like a foreigner partner that doesn't really understand the concept of helping, always helping, sending money. I mean, why? Why would you send money there? Don't they have to like, can't they work? They could always like, provide for their own. But you see, back home, some even like extended family would think that the Filipina who have like a foreigner husband always have money on hand. Like, see, like the funny thing here is I don't work, and I've been here like 13 months now, and I would still get messages that, hey, can I borrow money? Hey, are you like, like, hello, I don't work here. I only rely to my husband. So it's not, I won't. Even if I could, I won't like borrow money or ask money for him from him so I could like help you. Why? Because I've seen how much he works hard for that money. Sure, he earns dollars, but our bills and every expenses here, it's so expensive here, and we always pay in dollars too. So I was like, I can't help you. I'm sorry. And I don't, I don't really feel bad saying sorry, because for one, I don't owe anyone. Yeah, they could always work for it, and I don't care if they say that I've changed, or because it's not my obligation. Surely it's not my husband's obligation also to be lending and to be always giving for like what, for gifts. It's like, because at times it's like the Filipino mindset is like so different from like the foreigner mindset. Every birthday is like you wanted to like, celebrate like really extravagant. Unlike here, it's like birthday is just like the two of you or just the family. Like, you could just like eat out and then it's okay. But in the Philippines, it's supposed to be like really for everyone. For the whole barangay. The celebration is for the whole barangay. Why? Because they expect, oh, you have like a daughter. Like, she is in America. So the food should be much better. So like, there's really no way of pleasing everyone. So just don't try. Don't try. Just live your life, and if your family doesn't understand where you're coming from, then just pray for them. Like, that one day they would see your point of view, and they would see you as like someone who is starting with a life with your husband, with someone who have like a different mindset, different culture from us. So like, it's either you embrace their culture where you're at, or keep on living the Filipino way, which is sad to say, it's really more toxic at times. But anyways, God bless you, and I hope your family understand like your situation now. So God bless you and good luck.